Mm. Yo, yeah, let me know what you're saying.
Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And what a matchup this is. Two survivors of the expanded college football playoff grind, two of the top four seeds when it all began. Both sides have been challenged and pushed all year and through the playoff. Now it's time to find out who can take that final step, as we'll see the number 3 seed in this playoff, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And the kickoff will be a return. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it. Gets some space around the 30. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball at the 34.
Chris, just think of the list of Auburn running backs. I mean, you see this guy pick up a first down, and you start to see a little bit of Bo Jackson in it. Maybe a combo. Remember those days of Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown when they were in that backfield? Trey Mason. Boy, so many great backs that Auburn has enjoyed, and this guy's looking good.
And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Now it's 2nd down here. Takes the handoff again. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Now, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
The offense stays on the field in this opening drive. They'll go for it in their own territory. Fourth down, look at the throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Offense will keep it on the ground here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down play coming up for this offense. He'll hand it off. Nowhere to run up the middle. So 2 runs produce nothing, and now it's 3rd and 10. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball, does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
The offense needs 10 yards on this 4th down to keep the drive going. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Trying for a 4th down completion. And he's swarmed with a pass rush, a sack to end this drive.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still's got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. Last time they gambled and lost, went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Defensive backs up with the line, showing press. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. There's a shot toward the end zone. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it's an incompletion here. But I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
After the incompletion, they'll line up now for 3rd and 5. Trying to run it with the option. Got the first down, now looking for more. They bring him down, but a simple quarterback keeper for a solid gain and a fresh set of downs. Auburn getting set for their 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Caught near the goal line. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Auburn. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right call.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. That's a strong stiff arm. Man heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. Or it's snapped to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Check this out. Offense going for it inside their own 40. They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Here's the 2nd down play. And here's the handoff. Running with purpose. It's a solid game to pick up the 1st down on what will be likely the final play of this 1st quarter. Auburn now operating in the red zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the 1st quarter to establish the lead, the 2nd quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And the TCU offense takes the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. Running through the tackle. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
After the loss on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 22. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking for the wideout. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? And just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be 1st down and goal. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away. Now a crucial 3rd down and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And it's picked off in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the 2nd half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite it.
And the TCU offense is back out on the field. Handoff in a single back formation. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, just stoned at the line of scrimmage by this defensive front. They have been having their way at the line of scrimmage the entire 1st half of this national championship. And if these guys do not find a way to become more than one-dimensional, there's no way they're going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole.
Short loss on the play sets up 2nd and long from the 18. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype in the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start
trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
Just complete domination here by this Auburn defensive lineman, able to come up with that sack. And Chris, think about it over the years since you and I have been doing college football. Going way back to guys that Auburn's had, like Andre Bruce, such an electrifying pass rusher off the edge. Tracy Rocker, more from the inside. Nick Fairley, another guy that could dominate. Boy, Auburn's had some great ones.
There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. It's caught downfield. They've got him, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it about the 27.
This is the risk you take as a defensive coordinator when you play press man. You're betting that your guy's better than that receiver. Pretty good coverage, but how about the throw by the quarterback to take away any threat at all from that corner?
1st down, looking to throw the ball. Dump off, caught by the running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Offense getting set, 2nd down play here. He'll hand it off. Spinning out of the tackle. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Now it's 3rd and short, the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. They'll change the pre-snap look now. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Head coach stays aggressive after failing on the last 2 4th down attempts. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. They've been stopped in their first 2 4th down attempts. Here comes number 3. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to extend the play. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. And he'll set up to throw. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And this one down about the 10.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. Of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Contact as he let the ball go. It's incomplete. It was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. On the run, he'll let it go. Makes the catch downfield. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. They attack the deep middle of this defense, Kirk, come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Receiver makes the catch. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down.
Well, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it, and gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that 1st down.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Quick throw to his receiver. He pulls it in for a big gain. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas Christian.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And now they'll set up for the point after. PHC is good. They still trail, though. touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Returner decides to fair catch this. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. On the run, it's Daniel. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. The Miners going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. And the TCU offense takes the field. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
On first down, so second and long from the 24. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's a bullet right into the heart of the field. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Here's the option play. The back's got it on the pitch. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And here comes the punter onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. Oh, and he's got some space here. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. First down here for this offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's on the run. Launches deep. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
You know, they don't hit this downfield, but it gives you an idea of how much pressure this quarterback can put on this defense. They've got to cover all these receivers, worry about the running game, try to pressure the quarterback, and then deal with him when he breaks out and scrambles like that. He's a threat to run or throw.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. A 4th down completion to the running back. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up 4th down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
Head coach say, we'll try it again. They're 0 for 3 on previous 4th down attempts. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They make the first down, brought down to the 31. And the Horned Frogs pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit, they were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he finds the running back in the flat. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He makes the grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them to 4th down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
The Horned Frogs line up on 1st and 10 now. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And the Sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
This will be the 10th play of the drive, but it's 3rd and long. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got him. He's sacked.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
It's 4th down and a long way to go, but they're going to go for it. Quarterback drops back. And he'll fling this one deep down the middle. He's got it near the end zone.
Boy, that was 4th and a mile. I'm surprised they even went for this. What in the world are they thinking? But give them all the credit in the world. They pick it up and keep the drive alive.
So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. Exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. There's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. The Auburn offense back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. 1st down, looking to throw the football. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So behind the 6, 2nd and long from their 14. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. He'll take a deep shot here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Grab near the sticks. It's Daniel. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down. This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field. Send the back in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field to 5 wide. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Touchdown, Auburn. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
PHC is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. TCU offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
He bought some time, now lets it go. He flips it to the back across the middle. They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender, my goodness.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And looking to throw now on first down. Makes a quick grab.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down in the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Looking to throw again. And he'll lost it to the end zone. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's 3rd down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Crucial play for both offense and defense. We'll see what we get here on 3rd and 4. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, he just missed his receiver there on 3rd and short. Now you got to think in the 4th quarter, 4th and short, you got to try to cut into this lead. You might want to go for this here to keep thinking about 6 points.
Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Oh, so close to executing here on a 4th down play in the 4th quarter. You're only down a possession. Now you're going to rely on your defense to come up with a stop and get your offense back onto the field.
And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Here comes a handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, this is a huge 3rd down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Third down play for this offense. That's a design quarterback keeper. That'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got them to 3rd down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. You've got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. They'll take a deep shot. He's got it right near the end zone. And he goes down after a huge chunk play to completely change field position here.
Well, that is a great throw and a catch. But now we'll see if they can finish off this drive by scoring a touchdown.
1st and goal. A late touchdown here would just about secure the victory. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Total control right now, Chris. You just got to assume, just keep running the football. You look at the clock, in their favor. You look at the field position where they are, obviously in their favor. So it just makes sense. Keep it on the ground, keep pounding, run that clock, because you got everything working in your direction.
Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. And they've got him in the backfield, nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Urgency here in the 4th quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And we're able to get him down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
No problem. Knocks it right through. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
After extending the lead with a field goal, they'll kick it off now, trying to make the offense go a long way to win it. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
Offense cross that onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. Takes the handoff. It's Daniel. breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made after a big gain. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game, and today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Auburn Tigers.